I think of our economy very much like a computer. I think the monetary economy, just as the computer runs highly specialized programs, I think the monetary economy itself runs very specialized, very powerful, and even multi-purpose programs. But it is not the operating system. The operating system itself is households, families, kinfolk, neighbors, friends, social networks, community, civil society. It's not part of the GDP. We don't measure it. We don't consider what it does to be part of the GDP. It doesn't do anything of economic significance. It just raises children, keeps families strong, makes neighborhoods safe, turns out people for elections, holds officials accountable, but nothing of economic importance. I started this work, I should say, coming out of the civil rights movement, having launched legal services for those who could not afford lawyers, and realizing that our ability to use advocacy to arouse the conscience of this nation, we were winning battles, but we were really losing the war. Caring labor, civic labor, social justice labor, environmental labor, cultural labor are all devalued by the market. There's no money to pay for that, but we better start figuring out how to pay for it, because that labor happens to be essential to building the kind of world we want. And I think that when we talk about time banking, we're talking about how do we rebuild the core economy, how do we rebuild the operating system. Whatever that nifty core economy that we have a nostalgic, romantic idea about, we've got to build a new core economy. And that new core economy means that we've got to write some new algorithms, and we've got to upgrade that whole operating system. We have to begin to honor as real work the work that it takes to make democracy work, the work that it takes to raise children, the work that it takes to care for the elderly, the work that it takes to fight for social justice. This is now going in 22 countries. Then in Senegal, it's Muslim women who are earning time dollars because their husbands won't allow them to earn money, but they're literally running businesses. The businesses get the money, but they by virtue of time dollars get to access the things that money can buy, but they're not earning money from their husband's perspective. We need to reframe our approach to social problems from the ways in which we do things to those which enlist those whom we're helping and working with as our partners. In Washington, D.C., I've set up a youth court where teenagers are the jurors, where the Superior Court has given them the authority to deal with kids who commit nonviolent crimes. This youth court has grown to where it is, believe it or not, handling 70% of all nonviolent crime by teenagers in Washington, D.C. So this is not a minor experiment in co-production. That youth court the jurors have the power to sentence kids to curfew, to community service, to an apology, to restitution, to a life skills course, but they also sentence them to jury duty. So now 80% of the jurors are former offenders. They have reduced recidivism to well below 10%. They are frankly doing more for the rule of law than my law students are. We need to say we need each other. It's not what I can do for you, it's what we can both do for each other. And I teach my students I can keep a person from being evicted, but I can't make their neighborhood a neighborhood I'd want to walk in at night. I need what they can do in their world as badly as they need what I can do in my world.